play a video game and you're having so much fun? Yeah! But then suddenly... Oh no. I'm annoyed. Yeah, that. Well, it came to my attention recently that no matter how much fun I was having playing video games, there was always those one specific enemies that, well, for lack of a better word, annoyed the living crap out of me. And when I say annoyed, I know that's kind of a subjective feeling, so I know you guys probably all won't agree with me. But regardless, I thought it'd be fun to make this into a video because I love poking fun at video games that I love so much. And it wouldn't be fun without sharing it with you guys. And I know my opinion isn't the only one out there, and since this list is for fun, be sure to leave some comments down below, and make sure you tell me who your most annoying enemies in video games are. Without any more hesitation, let's get this list started. Top 10 annoying enemies in video games! Let's play some Pokemon Fire Red. Talk to the doc, do the thing, get a Squirtle, name a Pickle. Done and done, and now we're off on our very own Pokemon adventure. Brock doesn't even stand a chance. Just look at him in his stupid face. Yeah, got him. When you think of difficult spots in Pokemon games, I think infamously one of the first that people will think of is Whitney's Miltank from Heart Gold. But that's dumb. It's not that bad, right? You're with me, right? I think encounter rates in the game in general are more annoying. Being as it is a Japanese RPG at its roots, it utilizes random encounters when fighting Pokemon. This is conveniently and usually reserved for being in tall grass though. Unless you're in a Zubat cave. Hey. You know that stuff from before? The stuff I was just saying like 2 seconds ago? Being as it is a Japanese RPG at its roots, it utilizes random— Forget about that, it's over. Why? Cause cave. Once you're in a cave, it's free game all the time, which means random encounters every few steps. And if by the end, this sound is not embedded in your very soul, well then you're very fortunate, you know? Just fortunate. And if you're anything like me, using a repel is just not an option, because there's a saying that goes, a penny saved is a penny earned. Especially true in Pokemon. AKA, I'm hoarding that money like I was Lewis and Clark talking about Manifest Destiny. Grand Theft Auto 5! Yay! Celebrate. You're not celebrating. There we go. So there you are, just running around being your average, everyday crime guy. You could just be hanging out, walking the streets, or going for an afternoon cruise. Maybe you're on a really important mission. Don't be fooled, this was really important. Whatever it was. And there's one thing that's always gonna get in your way. The cops. The popo. The fuzz. Yep, whether it be an actual mission or maybe you're just messing around, the cops will always be there to stop you. Or at least try. Though it's maybe not the most annoying thing in the world, they do relentlessly hunt you until you can escape their line of sight, which can actually be a pretty difficult task when you have more than 4 stars. Once you duck away for a little while, all your stars will disappear, and you could go back to your normal everyday life. But until you can manage to do that, the cops are probably the most relentless thing in the game. And even though in this game they don't actually send the army after you, they can still be a force to be reckoned with. Oh no, guys! I was totally doing legitimate people things! And then the cops came for no reason! No reason at all! That's it! Activate the cheats! Activate all the cheats! All of them! You can't stop me! You can't stop me! Uh-oh. Think I broke it. Well, nah. This is probably normal. You ever play a game and just get completely sucked into it regardless of the negative things that other people are saying about it? That was me and Risen. Now to be fair, apparently if you were playing the console version of this game, it was definitely inferior. But this game came out at a time that I don't think I was relying so heavily on the internet for feedback. So I just remember picking it up one day, playing it, and actually liking it. It's not the type of game that I could easily recommend because the difficulty is actually really high. When you first start the game, boy does it take some getting used to. And why do I say that? Because you suck. You suck so hard, in fact, I'm pretty sure if a light breeze passed by, you'd fall over and die. The game is so hard that almost every enemy in the game is a major threat. And it's not necessarily because the game itself is hard or challenging, it's because you are without a doubt statistically inferior to everything else. And the only way to get better at things is to go level up, which means doing a bunch of favors for people or killing some really low-level enemies. Then you can head over to someone that you've already befriended, and if they have a skill that you want, you can train with them. It's all pretty non-traditional, which is actually a good thing as it tends to make you think about what skills are really useful for you in the moment, making you have to use your resources really wisely. But you wouldn't know any of that when you start the game.
I'll stay here and keep an eye out for other survivors.
Okay. That seems like a really good idea. Speaking of when you start the game, it actually tricks you into thinking you'll be in for an easy ride. And then as soon as you finish the tutorial, almost every enemy is stronger than you. And no enemy makes you come to realize this more than the boar. In almost any other RPG, boars are fodder enemies that you could kill for some easy experience. But not in Risen. They are here to punish you for not being good at the game yet. To make matters worse, they usually come in packs of 2 to 4, and they can relentlessly attack you back to back. It's a trap! It's a beginner's trap! Even if you're much stronger, if you run into 4 of these things, it can easily spell your death. And to add even more insult to injury, when most things kill you, you get eated. Welcome back to Minecraft Cribs.
Hey y'all, welcome to my first ever video on Minecraft. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna show you my sweet crib. Come on, let's go. This is the front. Oh no, those dang creepers. They're always so annoying. I cannot even believe that he ruined my awesome crib. Anyways, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next Minecraft Cribs.
Every CPU in Mario Party, any Mario Party, it doesn't matter. I chose the second one because that's my favorite. But it doesn't matter which one you choose because no matter what you do, the CPUs will come for you. With a lot of very questionable roles, I might add. You know what I'm talking about. There's nothing quite like that feeling of being beaten into the ground by a CPU with luck. Yeah, you sure there isn't some colluding going on here? I'm looking at you, Mario. It was kinda hard not to notice when you were purposely flying into the exploding balloons on Sky Pilot's minigame. Yeah, totally not on purpose. How could you? I flapped as hard as I could for you. I can't even believe this. And don't think I didn't notice you, Luigi, getting that second key for free. There's something fishy going on around here.
Yeah!
Or maybe I just suck.
Yeah!
Now's my chance for revenge on Luigi. This is gonna feel so good. I'm all in. You let me down, Donkey Kong! I'm a Vault Hunter, exploring. Oh, just a second, guys. I have to sneak attack him. Got him. Oh god, mantises!
Patrolling
Oh,
the Mojave almost makes you
what?
wish for a nuclear winter.
Excuse me? Where did you come from? I've decided I don't trust you. Fallout New Vegas. Now, as you guys should probably know by now, I'm no stranger to the Fallout games. I've covered it a good amount at this point, but it's hard to deny that there are some interesting enemies. Being that it's post-apocalyptic probably helps. There's always been tons of different enemies throughout the series, so there's bound to be some annoying ones. You just never know what you're gonna run into out there in the wasteland. Hey! Hey! You okay? You can always go with the tried and true Deathclaws, but everyone knows about Deathclaws. Fighting Deathclaws is easy. Easy. But regardless of how hard or not Deathclaws are, there will always be a more annoying enemy. The Cazador. It's like a Deathclaw with wings. And it flies around, it's like, what? Cazadors resemble giant flies that usually come in really big groups. They're really big, incredibly fast, and to top it off, they can poison you. Just when you think you've gotten away. Boop. Nope. Goodbye. You're dead. Even the young ones will give you a run for your money. But just like my main man Anakin Skywalker, I'm good at slaughtering younglings. But what I'm not good at is remembering to give myself anti-venom. Alright, Monster Hunter 4U. Man, do I have a lot of time in this game. Oh man, you can jump now? Jump attack! Did it! Monster Hunter 4U has to be one of my favorite games of the year, not because I put so many hours into it, but because it's actually a really good game. It's pretty hard to get me invested into something that much, but the fact that I played this game for pretty much 3 months exclusively shows you how good this game is. But like anything that takes a lot of time investment, it can also be one of the most frustrating and annoying games you've ever played. And if anyone knows where I'm going with this, I'm not talking about any of the big monsters. Scenario, you gotta carry a wyvern egg all the way from the top of the level to the bottom of the level. That's easy, I can do that. The egg quests in general are probably the easiest target because they're infamously the worst quests in the entire game series. I wanna hunt things, I don't wanna carry eggs, I ain't a delivery man. I'm a professional hunter. Jump attack! Crap, not again, cut that. Scenario 2, you're out there fighting a huge monster. Oh my god, is it an epic fight. But wait, what was that? Oh, it's something. It's something there to frustrate the crap out of you pretty much regardless of what you're doing. Oh my god, it's a Rhinopolis! These things are the most annoying. They hit you, and then they knock you over when you're fighting stuff. That's pretty much all I was trying to say this whole time. Let's take a look at the Final Fantasy series. There's always been some incredibly tough encounters, even for a combat system where you can activate waiting and take all the time you need. I'm not surprising any veterans when I say that there are some almost cruel encounters, and the only way to essentially bypass the difficulty of the game was to level up your characters. That is, unless you're playing Final Fantasy VIII. You're the best looking guy here. Thanks. Now, generally speaking, this is not a mechanic that most people enjoy, but Final Fantasy VIII adopted a system called junctioning by which you would equip magic spells and draw from your enemies to improve your stats. It wasn't people's favorite system because it was pretty confusing and it seemed to waste a lot of time. One of the reasons this system needed to be learned and manipulated was because the enemies would level up alongside you, which had never been done in a Final Fantasy before. Essentially what this did was make leveling more of a hindrance or negative thing. And unless you were out there perfecting your characters, you could really be taken off guard by something like a Malboro. These guys are assholes.
Ugh, why didn't you warn me about the Master Sid? Is it because you're clearly not there and you're part of the background?
Okay, bye. A Malboro is a creature that shows up in almost every Final Fantasy game. They're big, they're green, and they have lots of tentacles and a big mouth. They also have a very common and signature move that they usually call Bad Breath. An attack that can debilitate and cripple your entire party in one move. The effect is compounded, especially in Final Fantasy VIII where the enemies level up with you. And I flew over to one of the hardest areas in the entire game, the island closest to Hell. Preparing for this battle ahead of time was still not enough. There's not much you can do because once you're hit with Bad Breath, you're instantly disabled by tons of different status ailments. So you better have saved your game because if not, it's game over. Well, I guess I could always just go back to the card game. Dang it, you bested me again! I know when I've been beaten though, so here's an overpowered card with my face on it. Everyone loves Mario. Luigi, though, I don't know about him. I mean, can you really trust a guy who has all that money but never seems to do anything with it? Think about it. Anyways, people seem to love Mario, and what's not to love? He's got cool levels, great platforming, lots of special abilities and moves, and one sexy mustache. Yeah. So it's no real surprise that Mario has been the flagship game for Nintendo for over 30 years now. He's gone to so many different worlds, ridden dinosaurs, and even gone to space. And there's almost always been one constant. There are some real annoying enemies in these games. I mean, go all the way back to Mario 2, what are those face things? I hate them. There is one enemy in Mario, though, that I think gives people the most trouble, and that is the Hammer Brothers. Back before everything was in 3D, the Hammer Brothers ruled all. Sure, I mean, I guess if you had a Fire Flower, you could really easily defeat them. Oh no, guys, I am in trouble. Oh wait, no I'm not. The real challenge comes if you die. Then you have no abilities, only your wits and your skill. To make matters worse, there's an even harder version of these guys in World 4 of Mario 3. You get to this brand new world and whoa, everything's big. Look at that big Goomba. He's easy though. But you know what isn't easy? Big Hammer Brothers. So now not only do you have to dodge their hammers, but now every time they jump, they can also stun you. Not cool. There's only one way to take revenge on a Hammer Brother. By becoming a Hammer Brother. Now's my chance to prove how good I am at video games! Yeah!
Oh, never mind. I guess not.
Zelda! Even though that's the Link to the Past thing. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is often referred to as one of the greatest games of all time. I mean, it's pretty good, especially when you get to do insert thing here and insert another thing here. I really like it when those things are... Wait, what? Zelda is one of my favorite game series of all time, and no doubt some of your guys' favorites as well. But let's be frank. Okay. There are some pretty frustrating and annoying enemies out there. If you subscribe to the sequelitis theory of everything makes you wait, then no doubt you're already at patience end. But let's pile on a few more things, shall we, and see if waiting isn't so bad. Early on in the game, you'll have a dance party with Darunia, who will then become your friend and ask you to go to Dodongo's Caverns. At this point, you can have the Hylian shield, but since it limits your mobility so much while using it, you'll most likely still be using the Deku shield. Fire bat! Ow! Shield, gone. Okay, how about later on in the game at the Water Temple? Everyone's favorite dungeon. Everyone's sitting there fighting Dark Link like, stop blocking, show off. Or the fact that when you get sucked up by one of these worms here, they take your current shield and tunic, making you have to go back to the menu and put them back on. Which is super annoying considering the fact that you already have to pause the game so dang much to put on the metal boots. They fixed that in the 3DS one though. But still, I'm pretty sure these guys' names are likes. And well. He must really like me. Ultimately though, I think I find the most annoying enemy to be Redeads. About halfway through the game, you'll have to start preparing yourself to go to the Shadow Temple. Which means as adult Link going to Kakariko Village, going to the windmill and learning how to play the Song of Storms. Then going back to the Temple of Time, reverting back to a child, and then you do more things. I forgot the rest, hold on. And then you go back to the windmill in Kakariko Village, play the Song of Storms for the dude, and fulfill a predestination paradox. Which drains the well. It's gone. Now as young Link, you can go down there and find the Lens of Truth. But you will literally be stopped in your tracks by Redeads, an enemy that releases a high-pitched scream and freezes your character for about 3 seconds. If they get close enough to you during those few seconds where you're frozen, they'll wrap themselves around you doing a bunch of damage. They're not necessarily very hard to kill, but they can be pretty tedious, stopping you back to back. Oh my god, it's a mummy guy, let's fight him! Oh, okay, well, we'll fight him in a second after this, I guess. Yeah, let's fight him! Fight him! Okay, well, this is just dumb. But maybe it's not so bad. Maybe they just want some hugs. Hey you guys, as always, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did and you want to see more videos like these, click subscribe to see more videos when they come out. Twitter, Facebook, socials, they exist. Follow me. And if you want to watch some more videos, I got 2 more videos for you right there. Sonic bootleg games and the top 10 silliest guns in video games. Don't forget to comment down below and let me know who you think the most annoying enemies are. Is it Medusa heads? Is it the chainsaw guy from Resident Evil 4? I don't know. Let me know. You think it's Warlocks, don't